3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Forex Trading Show. Forex trading live every weekday morning. Real trades, real profits, zero analysis. Set back, relax, and get ready to profit. And now, your host, Terry from FXWithTerry.com.
Welcome, fellow Forex traders. A little early, so let's have some coffee. I got some coffee fired up. I got a Mountain Dew. I have some electrolyte water. I'm getting on the road today, so I'm doing this very early. Couldn't sleep all night. I was so excited about getting on the road and traveling for the next 3 weeks. Headed to my destination for the winter. It'll be fun. I'll share my trip. However, a lot to get done here, not a lot of time. It's pouring rain outside, so I'm going to take this opportunity to go live now, and I got to get outside and hook up the RV and pack a few things, get the hell out of here. So we're going to launch the free trade. We had whatever was trading. I really don't recall. It took profit yesterday. So let's see, what was it? Euro NZD, I believe it was. Yeah. 2 trades. Look at that. We closed. You know what? Let's look here for the week. We closed this Euro NZD at like $115 profit. That's pretty nice. That is a really nice trade. Someone in the comments, who is that? JM, drive safe in the rain. Hell no, I don't drive safe. I'm a crazy man. What are you talking about? I'm going to run everybody off the road. I'm so excited. So let's launch the free trade here, but let's go through this. And I also, you guys are crazy. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning and people are just blowing up the group with all kinds of questions. I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to answer this in the morning. Now, the questions are like, here's what sucks about it. Like, I'm going to help everybody, right? But my God, you've been out there and you took some Forex training. You've been doing some Forex trading and everybody has screwed you up. The way we do it here is so completely different than anything you've ever seen. Like, we profit and we win. Like, that's what we do. Every trade. Every trade. Okay? It's unheard of in the industry. So I continue to get people that come in. They're here for about a day. They subscribe, which I love. I love brand new subscribers. And they're like, I'm looking at the comments, getting distracted here. These people are like, okay, well, I got your trades going, but there's no stop loss. Do I set the stop loss myself? What should I do? I'm like, fucking calm down, man. We don't set a stop loss. We don't do it. If you set a stop, you take a loss. If you want to take losses, take losses. But I don't want to do that. We don't do that. It's different. We do this different. I've been running this algorithm for over 3 years. Let's call it 4 years. Never set one stop loss ever. And never took a loss. How is that possible? It's just math. Just mathematics. Latoya says, I'm going to put this up there because she's got a laughing smile face. Says, these fools don't sleep. It's because people are all from all around the world, and I get it. But I was like, last night was the one night I was like, I need some sleep because I'm getting on the road today. I'm only driving about 4 hours, 4.5 hours. So it's not that much. Demi says, haha, I'm in the UK. It was definitely not 3 a.m. for me. I know that, right? But, people have to kind of understand that I typically will get in and answer those questions at that time of night, but I didn't this time because I was trying to sleep. Ended up not sleeping very much anyway. I slept like a couple hours. So what I want to do here is launch the free trade. And to do so, let me go to the pause screen here. I need to pull up the full algorithm, and I have not looked at what trade I'm going to launch. Here's what's interesting. I'm gonna reveal the entire algorithm to you. It looks like the system And really the system trades what the banks, the big banks give us, right? So the big banks are just dumping money into the market right now, and they're moving any trade against us, okay? Which is good. That's how we make the most money. Most of these trades are 3, 4, 5 deep. We'll look this, but I want you to understand, like, look at the amount. And again, this is just an absolute reference. Don't look at my margin level percent. It's a $5 million account, right? That I'm showing you that this is called the Premium Signals Monitor. So this is all 22 currency pairs that we trade. It's all automated. But look, we're at about a $2,200 drawdown. Yesterday we were at about a $1,200 drawdown. Okay, the market has really pushed. If we look at the history here, $2,200 drawdown with only $31 worth of closure. I get it. It's 7 a.m. here Eastern, right? So, but that's extremely low. That means they're dumping a lot of money into the market, and they're dumping it, and it's moving away from our entries, which is the intent, right? Nothing's gone wrong here, but it's not moving back in the take profit direction. So, just a general reference. That's neither good nor bad. It's what the market does. It's what it's doing. I'm just making that observation. That's where it's valuable to have access to the Premium Signals Monitor account, so you can step back and look at the overall system. There's about 3 or 4. There's like 4.5 dozen trades open right now. Okay, USD CHF going batshit crazy. It never moves that far. It is. Here's how you also know that my algorithm it trades each pair differently, but USD CHF, for example, this basket of trades right here, it has not increased the lot size 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades deep. It has not, because that is not a big mover. We typically increase the lot size on the big mover pairs if, oh, and I even missed one, so there's 6 trades, right? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 6 trades. The bid doesn't increase exponentially. People are like, well, this is a martingale system. It's not, okay? But we do increase the lot size on pairs that move a lot more traditionally or on a daily basis, more pips per day. JM in the comments says, how do you hedge when you have so many pairs? Don't take so many goddamn pairs. I don't hedge the overall system. I'll take a subset of these, and that's why, like, one of my most popular feeds is a feed called the One Profitable Pair feed. It pulls one pair from this feed at any given time, and it trades it to profit, right? So you could bid more, and it's a lot easier to hedge. Certainly, like you're indicating, it's a lot easier to hedge one pair, right? So could you do it? You could. There's some automated tools you might be able to do it with, but the idea is to not overtrade your account so much that you have to freaking hedge everything. The only reason you're hedging is to protect your account from bleeding away to nothing. So let's launch the free trade here before I get into a lot of Q&A. And again, I've been talking for 8 minutes here. I probably only got about 20 minutes. So let me look through this. And we're going to jump into a trade that's looking good to me. So I'm just looking down the system here. AUD USD, that looks like a damn good trade. That's a really nice stable pair too. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trades deep on AUD USD. Let's see, Euro CAD, Euro USD, GBP USD looking, GBP USD looking really good. Let's look at the chart real quick here. You know what? I like this. Let's do GBP USD. Let me count how many we are in. We are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are in 8 trades. So that helps me tell the AI, hey, jump into the 8th trade. Okay. That way the AI manages it. We're not actually jumping in at the price it was at, but it doesn't matter because it hasn't went to TP or take profit yet. So 8th trade on GBP USD. Let me go to the pause screen and stand by while I do a little bit of magic on my end here. Let me see here. It's going to take me about 60 seconds to do this. GBP USD, 8th trade. Let me make sure I'm in the right account. Yes, I am. I'm launching this on my end, and then I'll share, obviously, the trade with you guys. So GBP USD, and we're looking for the 8th trade. Let me hit the button here, and then I'll share this with you guys. There we go. Beautiful. Man, I am clicking all the wrong buttons this morning, and my computer's slower than shit. Stand by. I'm going to share this with you. In fact, let me open up the free signal account first, and then I'll put it up on the screen. All right. I'll show you the details here. So we are in a, there we go, a GBP USD buy trade. Now, the AI scaled in at a 0.50 lot size. You can do whatever lot size you want at this point because this is the first trade. And when it did take the first trade, it scaled in at a 0.10. Just that's the base for the free signal. You bid what you can bid on your account. However, for someone new, let's say GBP USD goes into another trade. So we would see another buy trade, and it will either equal the 0.50 that we are currently in, or it will increase the lot size. At this level, it probably will increase the lot size. So by whatever factor it increases, you'll want to increase your next trade. If you're following along with the free signal and manually entering this, and I'll open this up so you can see the take profit. You'll want to, if it goes into a 0.6 on the next buy, you'll want to increase whatever your base lot size was by a factor of one more, right? So if you went in at $1, you go in at 0.2, at $2. If you went in at $6, you go in at 0.7, $7. Okay. The TP is 1.26931. However, you don't really have to ask what it is because you guys, if you're paying attention, you have access to this account. The exact same. It's the exact same account. You log into it, you see the numbers. 1.26931 is the TP. And it's already jumping towards a little bit of profit because you could see the basket of trades that we were already in was headed towards profit. Demi says, are we entering this now? I don't know. Are you? You could. That's why I'm giving it to you. It's a free signal trade. You can enter this right now. Enter a buy trade at whatever lot size is a base entry lot size for your account. This is going to be a nice trade. GBP USD can move quite a bit, but the market has been really stable lately, so I'm not too concerned. I would imagine this trade will probably go from where we're at right now directly to take profit. We'll see. We can look at it on the chart real quick. Yeah, if I zoom in a little bit, you can see here is our entry right here, and take profit is here. Looks like we got a nice bounce down at the bottom, and it looks like we're going to head up towards that take profit. That's the plan. If it doesn't, then the AI system will scale in, and it will add more trades, and you just need to follow along with what it's doing. Every time it adds a trade, it will update the take profit. Be aware of that. Be aware of that. I will say this to new people. You do not have to enter when I enter. You just enter one of my trades if you want to before it hits take profit. Now, if you're entering it 1 pip before it takes profit, you're probably in trouble, right? At least give yourself, 5-10 pips that it's going to move before it takes profit. But it's not crucial that you enter at the price that I entered. It's not crucial that you enter at the lot size I entered. Enter at the lot size relevant to your account. You need to get a feel for that. Now, I was talking about, we pay a lot of attention to margin level percent. But in these large accounts that I use to demo and show you my free signal trade that you have access to, you're really not going to pay attention to the margin level percent because we are not overtaxing it. Stand by 1 second. Just need to look at something. Okay. Yeah, do this relevant to your account. And what I would like you guys to do, I've had I've quite a few people signed up for the paid subscription, and they're like, you need to set me up right now. And I'm like, okay, we need the proper info. Okay. Take your time, because here's what happens a lot. I set people up and I'm like, what feed would you like to copy? I don't know. What feeds are there? I'm like, okay, slow down then, because there's some learning that needs to take place. Okay. And learning is just as important as plugging into the system and getting your first trade and getting profitable. Like understanding what is happening. How many people come in and set up a very tiny account and overbid and blow their account? I had one guy he blew his account in one day. Little teeny tiny account. And he canceled his subscription the second day after having it. And I'm like, what are you doing? Of course, that person has not responded, right? It's just a mentality. It's like, well, you don't even know what you're doing. That's why people lose money. Just purely like a bull in a china shop. Just slow down. We'll get you there. All this is important. Yes, I'm getting on the road today. I'm going to be out of pocket for about 4 or 5 hours, but that's fine. Even if I get you set up later today, we got to do it properly, and there's a little bit of education to go along with that. It's interesting to me that people subscribe and then have no idea what they're doing, and they're asking 70 questions all at once. It's very overwhelming for me and the group. We're like, okay, just take a deep breath. We're going to get you there. The trades are flowing. It's all automatic. It's all happening. In fact, you just have a little bit of cup of coffee. In fact, I don't know if you can read this. It says, it's fine, I'm fine, everything's fine. Everything's fine. We'll get you there. A little bit of an odd day for me getting up early like this and doing the live early. Hey, look, we're already $15 in profit. You're welcome. You are welcome, my friends. Our shit does not lose. And yes, I swear a lot. And if that's against your morals, don't trade Forex with me. So I'm really not going to look at any other accounts right now, because I believe the market is kind of sideways right now. Not a lot of closures, but a lot of entries. As you saw by looking at the full algorithm, about $2,200 drawdown. It's all, you can't be like, oh my God, I couldn't handle $2,200 drawdown on my account. Okay, good. Right? What you can handle is what you can handle. And my system's fully scalable, and you don't have to bid what I bid. If you plug into the automated system, you can pull it way back. You can slow down, which you should. I typically, when I plug someone in, I don't care if they have a $500,000 account. I start them at the lowest lot size. I'm like, because you can always increase it. Backing it off while you're in a trade, you're going to lose money doing that. So let me put this question on the screen here. On the note of margin level, you know what? Hold on a second. My screen just continues. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. On the note of margin level percent, I have a balance of 3.1K, but a margin level percent of only 123. I'm not sure why it's so low. Could you shed some light on that? That's extremely low. You either are not trading US dollars in your account, or you have the worst leverage in the world. Okay? Or you've overtraded. You've got so many trades open at a bid size not relevant to your account. So all of those are factors. I don't know. It's not just one thing. It could be low leverage. It could be you're overtrading, overbidding for the amount of trades that you have. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to need more details. More details, please. Let me pull this back up here. And here's this one. Before you do that, can you please explain margin level? I'm going to correct you a little bit and say margin level percent, because there is margin level, but there's margin level percent. Okay. Let me see if I can pull up an account where it might be relevant. So let's pause the screen here. Let me pull up an account where I can show you an example of margin level percent Like everything is just really high for me right now, so it's not going to be as relevant. Let me think what I could look at. Here's one. This is perfect. Here's a sample account, a new algorithm that we've been trading. So check this out. So this is a $3,896 account, and the margin level percent, not the free margin, and not the margin level percent is 1,562. That's an indication to me, and this is all, it's all, what do I want to say? It's all ephemeral. It's all kind of like you gotta see this a lot. I can't give you like the perfect, I can give you the definition of it. That doesn't help you. What that means is, in all general senses, is how much are we taxing this account with the leverage that we have, the balance that we have, with the type of pair that we are trading, which is high volume, low volume. This is a very low volume pair. And also our lot size. We've got two trades in here, $5 per pip and $6.50 per pip. That's a little heavy for a $3,896 account. So if this were a standard account right now, and it's not, this is a brand new algorithm and stuff that I'm trading, so I would not hedge. You might want to think about hedging, because if it goes much further, now this final, the most recent trade we're in, the buy trade, it's in profit, so I'm not worried. But 1,500% margin level, here's how it works. I seen someone quoting some numbers last night in the group, way the hell off. Someone said, you will get stopped out by your broker, meaning your broker will close your trades at a loss at 69% margin level. So it goes backwards. So at 15, it's going to go down. Okay. So it's going to go from 1,500 to 1,400 to 1,000 to 500 to 100 to 70. And then at 69%, they just automatically close your trades at a loss because you've just over leveraged, over traded. So it goes from a high percentage down to the low percentage. And 69 is the lowest you can go. 70 is the lowest you can go, still have an account. At 69%, they close them out. But if you're brand new, you shouldn't be pushing your account that hard yet at all. You don't understand the algorithm. You don't understand what you're seeing. So start out slow. Start out with a low lot size. Start out with the base lot size. And watch this. And, you know, it's... People like, I see a lot of people, they're paying $150 a month for the subscription. They got to make $150 back, or it doesn't make sense for them. I'm like, oh, what if you just kind of maybe broke even the first month? You understood what the hell was going on. Then you can increase your bid, have some confidence. You know how to hedge if it goes too far. And next month, you can make triple what the monthly subscriber fee is. Right? So you cover the previous month, you cover the current month, and you earn a profit. So that's how you do it. It's like everybody's trying to do it really quick, overnight. You know, like that guy that subscribed and canceled the next day because he blew his account. I'm like, oh, that doesn't make sense. Right? So anyway, every time I explain this stuff to you, it's going to be very general and basic because, frankly, you got to see this daily over and over and over again. You got to see it happening on your account. It's different for every currency pair. It's different for every account. Everybody's got a different balance. Everybody bids more or less than each other. So it's very unique to you. However, as your margin percent drops below 1,000, you better, you're going too far. And you better do something to protect it from going down to 100%, right? And it can do that fast. If my algorithms, if there's huge volume in the market, and my algorithms adding trade, that's not a bad thing. You're going to make a lot of money doing that. But knowing that that can happen means you probably should start out with a more conservative bid. And listen to me on a daily basis. I'll tell you this one thing. I talk about this every day. We are in a great market right now. It's very stable. It's very steady. Nothing's really running away on us. Okay? So you could probably bid more and take a little bit more risk right now. When you can't, it's going to freaking happen overnight. And I'm going to be like, all right, guys, do some protection orders here. Got to save this. Got to protect this, and then we get out of it a week later, and I'm like, okay, let's back off a little bit. We don't know what the market's about to do, but that's how you do it. You take that risk, and then when things do go bad for us, meaning the market's just really dumping on our trades, which is what the banks like to. That's how they like to move the money. They can see where everybody's trade is. They can see what everybody's doing. So we just play it by ear. We play the market. So Demi says, I think the reason I was super confused is that I didn't know it worked backwards. Ah, you mean from high to low. Yeah, it doesn't go from 0 to 69%. It goes from 10,000% down to 69%. Now, each broker, I've seen some brokers allow you low margin level percent as low as 50. Some of them stop right at 70 or 80. Typically, it's 69%. When you see SO 69% and a huge loss in your account, guess what that means? It means you overtraded, overbid, you didn't pay attention to it, and the broker was like, we're going to stop this out before you lose everything. They'll let you lose everything right down to the last dollar. I've seen $30,000 accounts go down right down to $9.50. Now, that's because the person didn't manage it, didn't understand how to manage it. You get into this, you get trading for years where the market's just smooth, and all of a sudden it just goes against you one day. You sit there going, it'll come back. It'll come back. It's not coming back. What should I do now? What do I do now? All my money's gone. How do you fix that? How do you stay out of that mindset? How do you stay away from that? You practice. Practice on demo. Yeah, Demi said, I was like, well, if it's 62%, I'm already way above. Yeah, you're not going to make it to 62. At 69, they shut you down at a loss. So you want to have, I am comfortable with pushing my accounts and staying between 1,000 and 3,000% margin level. You start getting below 1,000 margin level, you're overtaxing your account. You're trading too much, your bids are too high, it's gone too far against you. And there's ways to protect, which is called a hedge. We talk about that quite a bit, especially when we need to. So we put this up there. How do I find out what currency my account is trading and what leverage my account has? It's the MRTA quotes demo one. I signed up and I had any. Hey, you got to know that stuff when you create it. It's in there. The info's in there. It's the tough thing about this is you have to know what you're creating. You have to choose your leverage. Once it's created, there's no way to look at any of my accounts right now and tell you how much leverage this thing has. There is a way if you open the account in MetaTrader 4 desktop, but it doesn't always work. You have to know up front when you're choosing to set up a demo account what leverage it is. Yeah, I think I know what you meant. I knew you meant meta quotes. I don't know what they offer. I don't use their demo accounts, right? But it's a good idea to go figure out what the heck they're giving you, or set up a new one. And somewhere, they got to be giving you a choice, right? They got to tell you what currency you're trading in. If you look at my screen right here at the top, where it says $94 drawdown, it says USD. If you have something like EUR, you're trading the euro. If you have BIT, you're trading it in Bitcoin. You don't want to do those things. USD, I would say, is pretty much the standard. That is the standard. I'm trying to think. There was someone else in the group. There was some sentiment, and I was like, God damn it. These people, I hate it when people bring their shitty experiences to the table and act as if it's law. So someone said, I would never trade with anything outside of a regulated broker. I would never trade an unregulated broker with 500 leverage. I would never do that. And I'm like, well, I would never trade a U.S. broker with 50 leverage. So it's not that what you would never do, but if you're in Forex and you want to earn the most potential, you need the highest leverage you can get. And I don't like regulated brokers because there's all kinds of things that we do with our algorithm that they block. There's a thing called FIFO, first in, first out. First trade you put in is the first one you have to close out. Like sometimes the bot doesn't do that. It just closes everything down at once. And it ends up, as that's copying and getting copied and closed, it doesn't go, it just kind of closes it all down at once. And then your broker will go, you're not allowed to do that. Shut the hell up, right? Quit trading with those stupid brokers. You know what I mean? So, you said it's USD. It must be the leverage. Yeah, you got to go find out what leverage. You may have chosen very low leverage when you set up that demo account. Demi says, so if I'm trading GBP, is my margin level percent still always around 69% where they close it, or is it different? 69% is always the minimum. At 69%, you guys fucking overthinking this shit. Don't trade so goddamn much that you ever get that low. Like, it's insane. At 69%, they close you down at a loss. You shouldn't be anywhere near 69%. It should be at 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 8,000% margin level. And you should trade at that level. It's very comfortable. There's enough room in your account to place the trades, to place more trades, to profit, to handle drawdown, although we don't focus on drawdown. I focus on margin level percent. So, yeah, I see you guys really getting caught up in that. But anyway, someone said I would never trade with that much leverage. I've been a trader for a long time. You don't need that kind of leverage. Well, bullshit. Well, you don't need anything, right? You really don't need oxygen if you don't want to live. But if you want to live properly, you probably need some oxygen. If you want to trade properly, you need the most room. The market's crazy. The market's random. You need the most room. That means the most leverage. That's my recommendation. There are people that trade U.S. accounts with 50 leverage, and they make pennies a day, and they're happy with that because they're like, well, I'm more secure in the U.S. The U.S. is probably one of the more, I have to be careful what I say here. I mean, regulated is regulated. Regulated means, what are you doing? Where's your money? What are you doing with your money? That's none of their goddamn business, right? So it is possible to trade with unregulated brokers. I'm not suggesting you do so. You do whatever you want. I'm a degenerate gambler. Don't follow my advice. But if you want to have my results, which are damn good, follow my advice as best you can. Everybody's different. Everybody's account is different. Everybody's risk appetite is different. So let's go back to the free signal real quick, and then I'll stop, because I've already talked way too long. Free signal. Here it is. Look at this. I'm just going to say this. You're welcome. You're welcome. Already in profit. We already knew it was headed that way. So that's it. I really don't have time to do a lot more stuff in the group until after about 4 p.m. today, which is not a big deal. There's no emergencies. Trading is just kind of going sideways right now, and anybody that needs help or set up, just get everything together. Make sure all your passwords are correct. You have access to Social Trader Tools. You have to set up hosting at Social Trader Tools, which is about $20 a month. You have to get all that stuff. All I do is I take your Social Trader Tools login. I log into it. I copy all of my feeds over there. And then we add whatever account you have. If you have a live account, if you're starting out with a demo account, I add that. Got to make sure the username and password's correct. And then I say, okay, what feed do you want to copy to this account, demo account, live account? And, give you some guidance. We start you out at a 0.01 lot size, and you can increase it from there. All you do is go in and increase the multiply factor. So all of my trades come out at 0.01. If you'd like a 0.02 base lot size, you just multiply my 0.01 by 2. If you multiply it by 5, your base lot size is going to be 0.05. 5 times 0.01. If you do it a multiply factor of 10, then your lot size, your base lot size is going to be 0.10, $1. 10 times 10 cents, 10 times 0.01. So pretty straightforward, but I want you to learn those little things and get it right first, so you're not blowing stuff out like, oh, I didn't know that, right? I go live every day. We talk about the same shit ad nauseum every day, which is good. I'm not saying that it's shit. We just talk about the same stuff every day. And I have to do that. I have to constantly repeat myself because there is so much bad information out there that if you go out, some guy was a couple days ago or last week or beginning of the week, what's the best chart analysis program? I'm like, don't analyze charts, random data, random dots on a screen. It means nothing to you. What your brain's going to do is go, oh, hey, I see a pattern. So we should always do this because the market's always going to do this when it does this. Fuck, it's not even close. It's random. Quit studying random data. It's useless. We enter, we manage. We enter, we manage. That's it. I'm going to stop there. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you after 4 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be back in the group. I'll be settled wherever I'm headed, south today. And I will talk to you then. Take care.
Thank you for joining us on the Forex Trading Daily Live Show. Get access to all of the free trades with full auto trading at fxwithterry.com. Be sure to subscribe and get notified of the daily live stream. And get ready for your next profitable Forex trade.